Hello, I am so sorry I could not make it. I created this slideshow, the Learning Commons, best practices, challenges, and more. What is a Learning Commons? A Learning Commons is a learning space that goes by many different names that include Scholars Commons, Information Commons, or Digital Commons. According to the Canadian Learning Commons Network, a learning commons, most broadly defined, is a central facility, usually an academic library that provides the space, technology, and services to support learning. These learning spaces can include areas for group work, individual study spaces, instructional rooms, computer pools, multimedia labs, and soft seating areas. Services may include learning, numeracy, and academic advising support for students, instructional development assistance for faculty, and technology and media support services for both students and instructors. What are the differences between a library and learning commons? A library is a quiet locus, yes, locus, that is our word of the day, for independent study. A locus with many a rule, a locus to store books, a locus filled with reference books of the outdated variety, such as one where you'd find the statement that Tutankhamun was murdered instead of died of a gangrenous broken leg. A place with resources locked up more securely than a bank vault. A locus under the ownership of the staff alone, and a locus where computers get in the way. A learning commons, on the other hand, is a locus for doing and learning, an active locus for gathering socially, a locus for the finding and accessing of technology, a locus to find and read materials of the current variety, a locus for exploration and collaboration, a locus both physical and virtual 24/7, a locus that is the heart of the school, a locus that is under the ownership of students and staff alike, a locus with the most flexible and comfortable furniture imaginable, and a locus where one can find access to both books and current digital resources. The best practices for a learning commons, according to the standards of Practice for School Library Learning Commons in Canada, are facilitating collaborative engagement to cultivate and empower a community of learners, advancing the learning community to achieve school goals, cultivating instructional design to co-plan, teach, and assess learning, fostering literacies to empower lifelong learners, and designing learning environments to support participatory learning. There is nothing that is not without challenges. For the sake of you, my viewers, esteemed board members, I have restricted it to 3 challenges. Otherwise, if I go searching for as many as possible, we'd be here so very long. You could probably watch Hamlet 3 times. Expenses is the first. According to 7 things you should know about the modern learning commons, the cost of new equipment can be substantial and legacy spaces may be difficult or costly to configure. Also acknowledged is that designing, building, and maintaining a commons may be too big a project for a single organization or department. The second challenge on our list is choosing the right services. There is no single ideal model for a learning commons. It is a proverbial roll of the dice to know what will work and what will not. It is all guesswork. And lastly, we come with spacing. Some LNCs are victims of their own size. Some are too small, and thus this has resulted in scheduling procedures to prevent overcrowding. Issues include, going from the examples of one Learning Commons, is incorrect signage due to, well, old signs still being up that were for before the transition to a Learning Commons. The second is not enough trash receptacles or custodial staff, which should be self-explanatory. And another is temperature issues in various parts of the Learning Commons. The trends within LNCs are all about space, technology, service, and administration. A prominent example are makerspaces, fitting under the technology trends subsection. Makerspaces are areas/services that allow patrons to create materials of the physical and intellectual variety using computers, 3D printers, audio and video capture, editing tools, and art and craft supplies. Now we come to the final question of why have one? Well, to keep things simple, let's look at these 4 points. Point number 1, a Learning Commons engages all stakeholders across all curriculum areas in an inquiry-based learning approach. Point 2, a Learning Commons provides powerful ways to engage and impact the modern learner. Point 3, a Learning Commons embraces the bigger picture of learning. They become the interconnected hub of dynamic thinking and learning, where true differentiation happens. And number 4, a Learning Commons provides support and encourages real-world learning. I hope you have enjoyed this slideshow. Well, consider a Learning Commons for our school library. And to remember how joyous a word locus is to say. Locus, locus, locus.